Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? My name's Woody. To y'all that don't know me, this is like a little mini face reveal, but to y'all that do, you already know what I look like. Coming to y'all from outside today, where the good lighting is at, and basically, I got a Fallen Order video for y'all, so let's get straight into it. Just your friendly reminder, drink some water. As y'all know, just a couple days ago, I made a short about Fallen Order, and here it is right here.
Would y'all consider Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order to be a Souls-like? I know what you're thinking, it's not made by From Software. However, it's a Souls-like, not a Souls game. It's got dodge mapped to the B button, so it feels strikingly similar to a Souls game. Not only that, it's got a stance meter that's very similar to Sekiro in many ways. On top of that, I get hit playing this game all the time, and if you die, you lose all your XP. And if y'all want to play through on Fallen Order or Jedi Survivor when it comes out, just leave a like and I'm going to get to it. But that leaves us with just one question.
I know I phrase it like a question, I kind of phrase it like a debate, but 100% Fallen Order is a Souls-like. It has a lot of Sekiro-like mechanics and Dark Souls-like mechanics and FromSoft-inspired mechanics. However, it's not a Soulsborne game, as a lot of people pointed out in the comments. I mean, obviously, it's not a Soulsborne game. However, it is a really fun game.
One of the things the game does best is actually making you feel like a Jedi. The same way Dark Souls makes you feel like the Chosen Undead, or Elden Ring makes you feel like the Tarnished. You feel small and weak compared to the universe.
Oftentimes in the game, you walk the fine line between feeling like a badass Force user and a young learning Padawan. Something the game reinforces.
The Force is with me. It connects us.
I'm going to start off the video by talking about ways that Fallen Order resembles a Souls-like, then I'm going to move into ways that it's unique on its own right. The first obvious way that Fallen Order resembles a Souls-like to me is the guard stamina meter, or the posture meter for lack of a better term. I don't know if that's what it's actually called in Fallen Order, but it's basically the same meter that we got in Sekiro. The mechanics aren't necessarily the same as Sekiro, however, when you parry and get perfect block timing, or when you do multiple attacks to an enemy's guard, it lowers their guard stamina or posture meter, allowing for a riposte or a damaging follow-up attack. Another way that this game uses the Souls formula has got to be the meditation points. After you rest at a meditation point, just like in a Souls game, all the enemies respawn. Not only that, if you die, you lose all of your XP and you have to damage the enemy that killed you to get your XP back. A very Souls-like mechanic. And I don't know if this is just me, but any game where dodge is mapped to the B button, I play like a Souls-like. I even downloaded a mod for Skyrim where dodge is mapped to the B button so I can play it like a Souls-like. So the fact that Jedi Fallen Order has it mapped to the B button means it was really going for that Souls-inspired combat. I end up dying pretty much all the time when I play this game. I get smacked up by the large enemies as well. I find that the smaller enemies, it's a little bit easier to read their movements and to parry them. However, the big enemies, they end up smacking you. The ways in which Fallen Order differentiates itself from the Souls series are some of the best aspects of the game in my opinion. One way Fallen Order does that is through the Force mechanics. Force mechanics are necessary for any Jedi or Star Wars game, however, Jedi Fallen Order implements them perfectly. Not only are all the Force abilities super balanced, but they play into the platforming and the level design as well. You usually see Cal using his signature slow ability to slow stuff down from crushing him, or whatever Force ability you need to get to the end of the level. Unlocking these Force abilities, though, is the best part of the game in my opinion. Every time you unlock an ability, you have a cutscene with your now dead master, Jaro Tapal.
Padawan, where is the Force?
Everywhere. It is within me. It surrounds me.
Just so. It connects you. There will be times when emotion, pain, or exhaustion trick you. You will feel cut off, isolated. This is an illusion. Your lightsaber lies there, out of reach, but you remain connected through the Force. Feel that energy around you, and summon your weapon.
I've always loved strong mentor roles in games and in media, and Jaro Tapal definitely fits that archetype very well. Basically, I always get hyped when I see these flashbacks because I think they're the highlight of the game, and you get a new ability right after. The only problem I have with the game is sometimes the level design and the puzzles get a little bit tedious. Now, I don't know if it's just because I'm a dummy, but I would find myself stuck on puzzles for 20, 30, 40 minutes, and that really takes away from the flow of gameplay sometimes. Not always. I know some games are based around doing purely puzzles, but I think this game would be a little bit better if they toned back some of the puzzle solving mechanics in the next game. Another key difference between Fallen Order and the rest of the Souls-like genre is Fallen Order has a very in-your-face, upfront story. In FromSoft games and in the rest of the Souls-like genre, the story is usually left up to interpretation.
But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold. Life and death. And of course, light and dark.
While there's beauty in both styles of storytelling, it's nice and it's pretty refreshing to see them go with an actual drawn-out story with characters and character development, unlike most of the rest of the genre. In this game's story, definitely hits pretty hard sometimes.
Hey, why don't you cut her some slack? I'm not saying do it for me, but you two are the best thing that ever happened in my life. Before you came along, all I cared about was a tight hand on a stiff heater. That's a game term.
I know what it is.
Cal, life's not a game. Before you two, all I cared about was myself. Easy money. Now it's different.
Overall, though, playing through Fallen Order has got me super, and I mean super hyped for Jedi Survivor. Unlike Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor is going to be developed specifically for next gen. Not only that, we get to see Cal a little bit older, a little bit wiser, and a little bit more true to what a Jedi is.
A Jedi. Remind our friend here why his kind are supposed to be dead.
Have this! Here we go!
After all we've done, the Empire has only grown stronger. Thanks, Bode.
Part of the job, Gustus.
The Jedi is a threat.
Not now that we have this.
As long as we fight,